Mendocino Vino here, ready for wine number 8 of the Wine Folly Challenge. We're leaving the A's behind and moving on to the B's with some Baga. The Wine Folly Challenge is where I try all 86 grapes and 14 wines featured in the Wine Folly Magnum Edition. I try them first alone and then paired with food to see if that changes my opinion of the wine. Baga is a Portuguese varietal mostly found in the Baga region in Portugal. It's mostly known for producing very tannic wines with high acidity. The name means berry or droplet, which I think is a really beautiful name for a wine. Baga vines produce very high yield, which means it wants to produce a ton of grapes. So back in the day, it was mostly used in bulk wine. These days, however, there are some producers in Portugal who are using it to make more finely crafted wines. This bottle is a 2017. It's 12% alcohol, so pretty low alcohol content, and is from Post-Quercus, Baga Tinto. This wine has been fermented and aged in amphora. Amphora because they are made of clay, part of the soil of the region. This clay allows a gentle micro-oxidation, which helps the Baga a lot to get a silky fine tannins. The fruit is very straightforward and pure. The winemakers farm 30 acres of vines in Baga, and they use biodynamic principles. Biodynamic is not quite the same as organic, but is pretty similar in the fact that they don't use a lot of pesticides or anything really unnatural to treat the grapes. Another cool thing about this particular bottle is that they're using the same methods to make the wine as the ancient Romans did back in that same region many years ago. A long time ago. You know, the Romans. I don't think they've been in Portugal for a little bit of time now, so. All right, let's get started. Deep garnet. So, let's see how that smell is. Rich and creamy. Yeah, cranberry, cherry, and then a really ripe strawberry. So again, one that's been hanging on the vine for a while. Not really the young tart one. Smells really nice, actually. I'm very excited to try this. I've had this decanting for about half an hour, which was a little bit less than was recommended, but I think this wine probably doesn't need quite as much time as other bottles of Baga do. Let's see how it tastes. Lively acidity, strawberry, rhubarb, cherry a little bit in there too. It's got like a punchy, juicy, acidic attack. And then it kind of finishes a little bit lighter, a little bit more round, a little bit more lean. I'm not really getting any dark fruit from this. I'm mostly getting red fruit, so more on the cherry side, strawberry rhubarb side. I'm not sure if that was just the way that they made the wine or what's going on there, but it's good. I'm getting more dried cherry, actually, over time. Final call would be lively, playful acidity, cherry, strawberry, rhubarb. It's very good. It's got a little bit more acid on it than what I really like in a wine personally. So, for my pairing today, I decided to marinate some steak in some Korean marinade using gochujang, and I have some sweet corn and some potato. I originally wanted to pair this with ribs, however, the local store unfortunately was out of ribs, so I had to use bone-in steak instead, but I'm hoping that this still pairs really nicely with this wine. You may notice that the lighting has changed a lot. That is because it is winter and the sun sets really early. Let's get started. All right, all right, all right. That is really nice. That balances just very nicely. Yeah, the acid level in here is not masked, but I think met by the richness of the steak. Wines that have a low alcohol percentage, so this is 12%, tend to do really well with food. So I'm not entirely surprised that this pairs really nicely with food. So for my final thoughts on the matter, so this bottle was $19.99, so $20 for a half-size bottle. I don't necessarily think that it's worth that much. I think partially why it's so expensive is because it's so rare. So apparently there's only about 250 bottles of this wine in the United States. It's a very small vineyard, so that's partially probably why it's so expensive. I would recommend having this at least to try the different varietal and pairing it with food. I would definitely think that it goes better with food than it does alone. This is Mendocino Vino. I'll see you guys next week. Chin chin.